Hello, viewers. Welcome to Missing Links Entrepreneur Spotlight, to this very special edition of this panel discussion. We have a lot to cover, so let us dive right in.
I'm Dr. Hepzibah. I'm working in Karunya University as a faculty. I take this one as a great opportunity because mostly Missing Links only entertains the alumni of Karunya University. I am not an alumni of Karunya University, but I'm taking this as a proud moment to be a part of this because our own children are running this, our own students and student friends are running this. I congratulate each and every one of you. And I'm working here in Karunya University for past 25 years. In Jan 1997, I have joined in Karunya University as soon as I completed my MPhil. And by God's grace, I have completed 25 years in Karunya. And I did my doctorate in Sevilla University, Spain. And I have traveled, by God's grace, I have traveled more than 10 countries to present research works, as well as to visit leadership programs like that I used to visit. So this is my background.
Hello everyone, I'm Steffi. We have two ventures going on right now. One of my ventures deal with new mom and newborn products. The name of the venture is Tender Baby. And my other venture is all about natural products. We have all skincare products and hair care products made by our own hands, prepared without any chemicals. So the name of my venture is Ropheka Naturo Essential. So these are the startups that I'm handling right now. I'm basically from Chennai. I was born and brought up in Chennai, though my parents were from South. I had the privilege of studying in Karunya for 3 years. I did my BTech in Electronics and Media Technology in Karunya University. I passed out in 2015. So coming to family life, I'm happily married to Suresh, and my husband himself is a successful entrepreneur, first of all. And we have one son. He's 2 years and 10 months old right now.
Thanks for taking the time, both of you, to be on here. So while you're growing up, Steffi, you know how in India people are always asking you, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I always wanted to become a doctor.
Was it an incident that happened, or was there somebody who inspired you to take this sort of unconventional path? Is there somebody in the family who does entrepreneurship?
Yes, I have two different. I have two different answers for this. First of all, being an entrepreneur was definitely not an accident in my life, because my husband always asks me to be an entrepreneur. And before getting married, my faculty, Mr. Vishal Nair, he used to always inspire me to become an entrepreneur. He used to tell me, Steffi, find out a problem, bring a solution for that problem, and be an entrepreneur. Don't be satisfied with being an employee in a company. So you have to do something for the society. You have to solve some problem and become a successful entrepreneur. He used to tell me right from the time I studied, and even after I got married and all, whenever I used to speak to him, he used to motivate me to be an entrepreneur. And after getting married, my husband always wanted to be an entrepreneur. So before we got married, he actually did not get the opportunity to become an entrepreneur because his family did not want him to take risk. Vishal sir and my husband, both of them actually encouraged me and inspired me to become an entrepreneur.
So is it safe to say behind some successful women, there are men too?
Definitely, definitely. I mean.
Okay. So what was he doing before he, so you went into entrepreneurship first and then your husband joined you, or do you both
it was
join
not that.
together? How was that?
No. He started first. We actually planned for a startup right from 2017. And in the month of February 2018, we successfully started. We actually started in 2017, but all the registrations and looking out for proper office space and all got completed in the month of January 2018. And we inaugurated our office in February 2018. He is into international tourism and he handles domestic as well. So he's completely into tourism.
So you have 3 startups between the two of you, not 2.
No, not two, three.
Three, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he is the CEO of International Tourism. You're the CEO of the two other startups.
Yeah.
So how do you balance between
Um,
two startups? Do you have help at home?
Actually, I don't have anyone here. It's just me and my husband. We don't have a parents or mother-in-law or like anyone here. So, to
So
be
give us a
frank,
feel. What's your day like? When does it start, if it's possible? Because I'm really
it will be
curious.
like
I think.
racing around. Actually, it will be very hectic. My day will be
Okay.
hectic right from morning till midnight.
What
My
is
husband
morning?
and I, we used to
What
go to
time
bed
does
only
your
around
morning
1 or
start?
2.
What
Our
time does it
morning
start?
starts around 5:30 to 6 in the morning, and we actually end up around 1 or 2 in the morning again. So it will be like that.
Wow. Wow.
Because my toddler doesn't sleep through the day, as I told you earlier, no. So he
Yeah.
doesn't sleep through the day. So I find it difficult to manage things with him, but by the grace of God, somehow I'm trying to cope up.
Okay. So, but he stays with you. It's not like you drop him at some place.
No.
No.
He is with me right from the morning till the night. I am the only one who takes care of him, and also business as well.
Wonderful. So I don't know, Professor Hepsi, like in Karunya, if we wanted to take a breakdown of how many students we have, how many women students we have, and out of that, how many women students actually pursue entrepreneurship. Can you give us a feel for it, please?
Yes, now around 8,000 and above students are in the campus. Among them, 40 to 45% are women students. So we are having 7 ladies hostels, and students are very active, girls especially, I can say. And mainly girls used to pursue, they want to go for job, 70% I can say. 70% of the girls wants to go for a permanent job or placement through the placement. And 20% they want to go for higher studies. Many are studying in abroad also. Many are doing their MS, and few joined in PhD, and few are joining back to the same Karunya campus for the PG. So this is the mindset of our students, and 10% of students always get married and settled. So they came for the degree and they'll get it and go. So this is the students' mindset normally. And our students are in different clubs also, as you asked. There are different clubs are there, which is along with academic as well as the co-curricular and extracurricular activities. If you talk about extracurricular activities, there are NSS, NCCA, Natural Club, like that. There are many clubs, YRC, like that. And co-curricular, if you take, there are IAST and entrepreneurship cells. There are lots of cells that are available, innovation cell, like that. And academics, they're having hackathon, different cyber security club, like that. It is each department. I'm actually handling most of the classes for CSE students, so I'm telling lots about the CSE students
But
maximum.
do you have anything that's dedicated for women though, at the moment? Does Karunya have it?
There are many things, especially girls are doing. Like the last Women's Day, we have celebrated along with our own alumni who are shining in different fields. We have brought them and give a motivational talk to our students. That is one thing. And same way, the Girl Child Day, we are celebrating with the students. And we have introduced a software which is created by our own alumni, but he's a male alumni. But our own students are working in his company. He's based in Chennai, and he created a software which is mainly applicable for the safety of the women. Whenever they are traveling, they can give that software numbers and like that, and it will track.
Is it Samsung Saladare?
Yes.
Yeah.
Samson Saladure. And so in the International Girl Child Day, we have introduced that to our students, girl students. So like that, we are encouraging the alumni as well as motivate the students who are inside through their talk. And we have to start, we are having different plans for our alumni, for our women students in our campus. In future, we are going to venture that one.
That's it. It's exciting. So is there like I know you may not have these numbers handy, but how many women, what percentage of women do you think actually go into entrepreneurship such as Steffi?
Very less, I think. It may be around 2% of students every year. It may be. Because overall itself, I heard that it is 5% of the people are going for nowadays. But in future, it will increase. But what they are doing is, as soon as they step out of Karunya campus, they are not going for entrepreneurship. They are joining some companies and they are getting experience. After a few years, they are entering into the entrepreneurships or their own companies they are starting. That's what many places I have seen. I have heard from the students also.
Yeah. Was that how you did that too, Steffi? Did you work for a bit and then moved into entrepreneurship?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So what was it? You did degree in what? Your job was related to the degree and then you completely flipped?
Yes,
what was that?
Of course. I did my BTech in Electronics and Media Technology, and I worked in media field only. I worked for Christian Media. I was into subtitling department. I used to do subtitling, post that in the video, and also I was in quality control for 3 years. So like thoroughly, I used to check everything and only then deliver the product to the client.
All right. So how much of what you learned as a degree do you actually use in your entrepreneurship and start a business?
According to me, I use 50-50 of my academic and non-academic skills.
So
since I learned media, so that is quite helpful for me to, while trying to promote or market a product here. And obviously, we learned a lot about advertisement, marketing, and the colors, and how to make a design, like or posters or something like that. So that is quite useful for me to market our products now. Since we are not financially very strong right now, we only use Instagram for marketing purpose. So that skills like help me a lot in making it easy.
Okay. So when you say non-academic, what is the non-academic piece that you say you used 50-50?
Non-academic skills is like relating with our customers, like trying to give them some value-added services. I'll just give one example quickly. So whoever purchases the kit from us, like the new mother who is buying the kit from us, will it is not like just they buy the kit and I just say them buy. Like once they deliver the baby, I just call them up. I'll call them up. I'll ask if if the father is fine, the mother is fine, and the baby is fine. And if they have any problem with lactating, if they are facing any problem with breastfeeding the baby, I try to connect with lactation counselors who I know personally. So proper certified lactation counselors. So this is not like included in the package. It's like out of our interest. It's like a value added service. So I connect them to lactation counselors and they get, once the baby reaches 5 months, we give them a call back again. When the baby is going to reach 5.5 months, we kind of give them a free video call or a normal call in which they'll get all the information about how to start solid foods for the baby and what to give and what not to give. We always suggest what a pediatrician suggests. And we also give homemade recipes. So I strongly believe that any commercial food that is being sold is not healthy for baby. It's my belief. So I encourage my customers to prepare handmade porridge powders and to store them for 15 to 20 days and prepare now and then and feed them to the baby. So I have a list of recipes that I prepared for my son. So I share those recipes with them. I tell them how to give, when to give, and what is the proper schedule and way of feeding solid foods to the baby.
So this is all free service, free consultation service that they get in addition to.
Yes.
That's extraordinary. So how did you stumble into this business? Why,
Um,
of all the things, how did you end up choosing this? Because obviously this is very noble of what you're doing, and I think it's very needed in our country. But how did
yes,
you
sir.
end up?
First thing is, I would like to point out what Vishal sir told me. He told me, find out a problem, Steffi, bring a solution for that. When I was a pregnant mother or a new mother, whenever sorry, I'll go again. When I was pregnant, I was trying to pack my hospital bag. I was trying to find out what all I should pack. So when I asked my hospital, they said that no, ma, we don't have any list and all. Like we don't know. Like you pack whatever you want. And when I tried to Google, it said a huge list that I did not even understand. I did not know half of the names as well. So when I asked elders, they told me before the baby is born, you're not supposed to buy even a single thing for the baby. You
Yep.
should not buy. So that is like a ritual here, like
Yeah,
especially in South India. So
yeah,
elders don't allow us to get anything. So
yeah.
in between all this, what I did was I took time. I took around 1 month to like 45 days, 30 to 45 days, and I did a small research. I did a small research on all baby products, what will be needed for my baby and what will not be needed. So I tried to sort it out. I tried to sort it out and I prepared my own list. Like what all will be required in hospital immediately after the birth of the baby and what all will be required later. The same thing for me. What all will I require in the hospital and what all will be required later. So I sorted out things like that and I made a personal list for that. So I found that was very apt because once I delivered my baby, like in the next 2 or 3 months, some of my friends delivered. So I shared the same list to them and they found it very useful. So, and again, I would like to tell one more thing. My husband said, like, once our child turns 6, we'll go into another business. So it's not just exercise, we'll start our next business also. But like, let him go to his first grade. So we thought we'll wait till that. But unfortunately or fortunately, thanks to COVID-19, my husband's business like was completely washed out. As you know, all the international borders were closed and tourism was completely washed out. So we were thinking of some alternative business that could be useful for the society and it would benefit us as well. So that is when I remembered this particular problem. So I thought, why not address this problem and make that business. So that is when we started. Actually, we started the business at the beginning of the lockdown, first lockdown.
So remind us what you meant by this problem. What was the second problem?
I am a person who always believes that commercial products are full of chemicals and it's actually harmful for us kids. So I thought, why not prepare some homemade recipes that would be skin friendly and without any preservatives or chemicals. So that was when I thought we can make some hair cleansers, body cleansers, and hair oils that would be very beneficial to address current problem. Because one main problem right now is hair fall. Actually, as far as I know, like around 70% of the people have this problem, hair fall.
Hmm.
Whomever we see, they tell, oh, I have a lot of hair fall. I'll have a lot of hair fall. So we thought, why not use some natural recipes and formulate an oil to help control the hair fall? And why going in for commercial soaps?
Yeah.
As our ancestors used, why not go for special body cleansers that would be much more effective in helping our skin being healthy, and also it helps fighting age.
So
So we
who had
thought that.
that kind of expertise though? You had it, because that seems to me pretty niche and scientific special knowledge. Did
Yeah.
you guys have that? It's a problem to
Actually,
solve, but who has the solution?
my mother used to prepare hair cleanse. So, and that was my grandma's recipe. So
Mm.
from my grandma, my mother started following it, and I did not want to copy the same recipe.
Yeah.
I spent few months in research, like about what all products are good and what it actually has, what should
Yeah.
be used and what not to be used. So I
Yeah.
spent around 1 month in studying all those things.
So
So
how
this is
long does
not,
it take the whole thing from idea to turn it into a business? Did it take a year?
no, it took 3 months.
Wow. Okay. So it looks like we need to have a separate session. And I think Professor Hepsi, somebody like Steffi coming to the students, I think she can inspire. 3 or 4 takeaways from listening to her is how she understood this concept of finding the problem. Typically, I've seen a lot of, at least a lot of guys I have interacted and known with, and the guests I have had, they were all in high tech. Okay, they're doing techie stuff, and then so it's interesting to see not every business has to be the one that is huge and visible and large. So there are these niche needs, and especially when it comes into the area of women, I think that's what that is. And how you started up not one but two, how you're resilient during COVID, and how you're using tapping into your own families. You went to your grandma's recipe. This is sort of a stark contrast to how the tech businesses click and take off. Would you agree, Professor Hepsi? So what
Yes,
kind of
of
plans
course.
do you have for bringing somebody like them and bridging?
Yeah. Actually, if you see the society and things around us, always there is problems around us. So we are always having opportunity to do new startups. But we have to identify exactly which to launch and where to locate, all these things. So as alumni, many entrepreneurs are there. You people would have gone through several tough times when you started a new venture, right? So from the scratch, when you start, you may have several hurdles also. So the students who are having the passion to start a new startups or entrepreneurs who wants to become an entrepreneur. So such people, you can give an idea. So how to avoid all the hurdles, and like that you can give an advice or motivation so that they can forego the fears which they are having. Because always entrepreneurs, when they are thinking of that line, always they'll have the insecurity, because if they go into a job, monthly salary will come, like that only the mindsets are there. So we have to change the mindset, we have to educate them. So always we need not expect others for our own livelihood. We can do our own talents, we can use our own talents, and we can live our own livelihood. Like that, we have to give lots of education to them. So even though they are studying a degree, so nowadays, if you see, lots of getting job is itself is little bit difficult. Little bit recession is there. So they should not lose hope. So always the problems are around us, and they have to take exactly which they can launch, and how to go about all these things they can do. So for that, I need all the entrepreneurs who are entrepreneurs in our alumni batches. Several alumni are there as an entrepreneur. So such people can come and motivate our students, and they can help them to start up. They can handhold them, and they can guide them till they enter into a certain phase. So in the beginning stages and the baby steps, when they are keeping, you can give steps, guidance. So you can do this and that. When they are ready to share their own ideas, so that time you can handhold them and give the ideas. That is my opinion for this.
Absolutely. So does Karunya have some plans to do that?
Yeah,
Use
yes,
yeah.
we are having lots of activities are going on. Actually, AICT itself is encouraging this entrepreneurs ventures. So because of that, they are introducing in our curriculum itself the entrepreneurship, the subjects are there. So it is included from 20, I think, year 2020. So already they are studying theoretical, but practical, they need a person who is really wetted their hands in that area. So as a professors, we cannot teach that one. So we can teach the theory, but the practical part and the encouragement can be given only by the entrepreneur. It cannot be given by us. because we are not in that field. We cannot give the exact need of the students. So for such areas, we really need our alumni to come and help us. So if you take a decision like this, you can every year you can raise 12 entrepreneurs from our batch, final year batch. So you can handhold them. We'll choose and give it to you. So who are having passionate to start up. So we'll choose one by one, and we can give from different branches. So we can have a discussion with the entrepreneurs like Steffi, Shiny, and many people are there. So we can handhold with them, and they can give a session with them and how to go about, how to start, everything. They can give instruction so that it will be useful for them. So they won't have fear, and because as Steffi told, her mother-in-law and father-in-law are not interested in entrepreneurs or startups. So such cases will exist in many families, because our South India mainly, the people are not very open up for new things. So such cases, we have to give these people as the counter examples, and we have to tell they are shining very well. So this also can be done in your daughter's life. Like that, we have to give counter examples. So for such cases, it will be useful, very much useful. So for that, we need, surely we need the help of alumni. So please help us. And we plan to arrange such sessions with our alumni entrepreneurs.
That sounds exciting. So since 2020, I think it is a good time. COVID hit, but you got your 20. It's almost like you had this vision, premonition, and you said, this is a good time to think about entrepreneurship. And now they're talking about problems to solve. It looks like a new kinds of problems have cropped up post-COVID world.
Yes.
So we truly need innovative. I think the old world style of solving or old world style of learning is sort of going out of the window. But again, to your point, it's a cultural mindset change, and that's difficult. So there is unlearning that has to happen along with learning. And people have to see, like you were saying again, examples of people who are succeeding. So they know that this is not just talk, but it's actually happening. So to that point, Steffi, how is the market for entrepreneurship? How is the government supporting, especially for women? Is there anything, just maybe in 2-3 sentences, you can tell us?
Of course, I think government is supporting all women entrepreneurs. Like they support all the entrepreneurs first of all, but for women they have some exclusive, offers. I would say it's an offer. So once Vishal sir told me that for a startup, like it should not be something like an existing idea, but a new idea. For new ideas, they give loans up to 10 lakhs or so. That is what I heard. But at that point of time, I was not able to get into that. So actually, I'm not having proper knowledge about the complete procedures.
Okay.
Because I did not take up that. So
yeah. But is there any place, do you use the government at all in any fashion to help your business?
No.
You don't? Okay.
No.
I would think you should. I mean, being a woman with the government offering it, you can probably scale up your business. And again, I think
at this point of time, I would like to tell one more important point. The government is ready to offer loans and encourage women. But at the same time, when we approach banks, they always wanted to ignore our applications. It's just because we approached 2 to 3 banks on hearing about this women entrepreneurs loan. So whenever we went to a bank, they were like, no, you people will get a loan from us. You will spend for something else and go somewhere else. You will not settle it on time. So we are not interested. They told it just on my face. So this happened in 2 to 3 banks. So we felt very embarrassed actually. So that is when we decided not to go for this loan and all that.
Yeah.
Initially, so we were actually planning to scale up our business.
Okay. So this is where Professor Hepsi, I think it'll be useful. This is how we can solve this collectively. Once we know that's a problem, let's see if we can find an alumni database, some of our alumni friends who are in the banking industry and who are in these places that handle that. So we arrange this, plan this accordingly. We have people who come and speak. We understand practically where they are having problems. Then we see our own alumni who can help remove those obstacles for them. And we create like one fluid path. So we're not building entrepreneur student by student. The goal is to create the path and make it easy so that when the entrepreneur is ready to do it, they can use a path that we have helped make it smoother for them. I think that may be a worthy goal to pursue. So thanks for mentioning that, Steffi. Those are the kinds of things we want to know, because we hear all these great things, but we know it's too good to be true. There should be some practical problems which is stopping all these good things from happening. So speeches like this, I think interviews like this help, and want to appreciate that. So in closing, I wanted to ask the both of you the question which I ask all my guests. Are entrepreneurs born or are they made? Professor Hepsi, you want to go first?
Entrepreneurs are made, in my perspective. They are not born, because entrepreneurships will come, that skill and passion will come. I want to give one example. One of our students who studied MBA, he studied, actually, Steffi might know, his name is Andrew. He studied an MSc Discom, but he discontinued in BSc itself, and then he joined MBA. And in MBA, he performed very well, and he got placed in a Coca-Cola company, and he got very good post. And he was in good ranking. In around 6 months itself, he got promotion. Like that, he was going up. But suddenly, he got the passion towards the entrepreneurship. He forgo the job. He left the job. And he is going to start a food stall. Okay, he's passionate about the, he's from Bombay. So Bombay food stall near Karunya, because Karunya is a very nice place, and all our youngsters are good, and many North Indians are coming. They are not getting that North Indian food here, North Indian food here. So he knew the problem around Karunya, and he wants to invest that one. And next academic year onwards, he is going to start. So when they are learning itself, the passion cannot go ahead with their own routines. Okay, that's what I have observed. So they're made. Okay, when they are coming, when they are seeing others, those who are going, he'll tell the motivation for him is North Indian guy who is a hair cutter here. He came with one scissor, and now he's having own house near the Karunya Nagar. In the Karunya Nagar itself, he is having a own house, an own shop is also he is having. An ordinary haircut person is having such a life. Why can't I? So that is his question, and he's going to start now. So like this, they're made by surroundings. When they are seeing, they are made out of their passion is rising, and they are doing that. So entrepreneurs are made. It is my perspective.
Steffi?
Sir, according to me, I would say both. Entrepreneurs are born and also entrepreneurs are made. Because as far as I observe from my family and friend circle, there are people who were born entrepreneurs. In the sense, their fathers and grandfathers would be already in business. So business will be in their blood. Right from the time they did their schooling or college, I have heard them telling, I wanted to have my own startup. I wanted to do this business. I'm interested into this segment. I've heard this from my friends, some of my friends. And some other friends, because of the family background, excuse me, I'll go again. So these people whom I mentioned now, they have a proper business background from their families. So right from the time they are small children, they have this thought of becoming an entrepreneur. So in these cases, I would say they are born as entrepreneurs. So the other case, because of family situation and the demands of that particular time, some people turn out to be entrepreneurs. So according to me,
yourself. Right.
Maybe. I come from a traditional family. As I told earlier, my in-laws were not interested in my husband doing his own venture. So it was not that alone. Even my parents are like that. They feel very insecure about own business. So they are completely not. Even till date, they used to keep insisting me, like, no, like once your husband's business picks up again, you have to drop out this. Enough of all these things. You just sit home, take care of the children. It's like that. I am from a very traditional family. So they were totally against all these ideas. So, but then I was able to achieve this because of God's grace. And again, definitely because of my husband's support. So I would like to tell that. Yeah, it's very important.
Okay. So since it's a Women's Day edition and you're both talked so much about women's challenges and successes, if you had to give a word of advice or any general tip or encouragement to women out there or Karunya students and alumni, what would that be?
Yeah, rather than listing out the problems that generally women face during entrepreneurship, when it comes to the areas of development as a women entrepreneur, I would highlight few things. First thing is time management. To excel in any business, first thing that we have to focus is time management. And second thing is developing the skills related to our business. So for example, if I'm into baby products business, so I must know what are the products that are required for a newborn, what is the purpose, and completely, like the complete A to Z details. What is used for what purpose, and like complete set of things.
Okay.
And next thing is strategic planning. They say a thing well planned is half done. So planning is very important. So not just planning. When it comes to planning, once we are done with our planning, we have to generate new ideas. And after generating new ideas, we have to try to find out new ways how to implement our ideas in the best possible manner. So that is one thing. And in-depth knowledge of our particular segment. When it comes to our particular segment, we have to keep studying because trends change from day to day. So I personally believe that we have to be updated and we have to have sufficient knowledge about all the things that are happening in the market, in the industry. So that is one thing. And one personal thing I would like to highlight now is practicing proper me time. Generally, women face this problem. They have to manage the family, they have to manage their children, they have to manage the business, they have to manage all the household core. So they don't actually spend time for themselves. This actually ends up in stress and an unhealthy lifestyle. So what I would say is like spend at least half an hour to 1 hour per day, a complete me time. So do whatever will make you feel relaxed, or just take a small exercise, or just go for a walk, or listen to music, or read books, whatever makes you happy, and whatever will make you feel relaxed after a tough day. So that is one thing. And next thing is looking out for new opportunities. So we should be in the consistent look for opportunities. So opportunities at this era, we cannot be waiting for opportunities to come to us. So instead, we must be very keen in looking out for opportunities. And next thing is consistent updation of products or launching new products according to the taste of this generation. So the taste of our parents are completely different from what we actually want now. So we should not stick on to the traditional products or traditional methods alone. So we should be update to all the present situation and the present requirements. And we, if possible, we must launch new products and new design. I would just like to give one example. We all know that in all the hospitals that are taking care of maternity, they give compliments for the newborn baby. So what my husband and I decided was to make a proper gift set with the hospital branding itself. So we designed a beautiful gift box, and we actually left a blank space for branding. So what we do, we selected 7 basic requirements of a newborn baby, and that 7 products will be placed within the kit. And one of that product is a newborn romper, a white romper. And in that white romper, we print the name of the hospital. And on the top of the box also, we actually give the brand of the hospital. So it's like a new opportunity, according to me, because anyways, they are going to give a compliment.
Right.
Why not give it in their own brand? And there is one more reason behind this. Like in every gift box, we will have our contact information. So the customers or patients, whoever is using that kit, will have the opportunity to contact us for further requirements as well. So it's like a win-win situation both for the hospital and for us. So we must be always in the look for new opportunities. So that is one point. And next thing is we must be update on technological aspects. When it comes to my personal life, I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I don't like social media at all. Completely, I hate social media. I don't know for what reason. The only social media that I used was WhatsApp, and that too because of Karunya only. Because our teachers used to post some important details or the PPTs and all in the classroom.
Okay.
For that sake only, I had WhatsApp. Other than that, I was not into social media at all. Okay. But once we started this new ventures, Vishal sir called me up one fine day and he was telling me about the importance of social media marketing. He taught me about all these things. He was like, it's not a problem if you're not on, for a personal reason, if you don't like all the social media apps, but you can use it very well for marketing. So only after that, I started to learn about how to create a Facebook account, how to create an Instagram account, and how to use it, how to create promotions and all those stuff. So because we are being updated in technology, we are able to easily connect with our customers. And in particular, when it comes to Instagram, we are able to focus on the particular customers that we actually want.
Yeah.
We can target a particular audience. Yeah, that's quite interesting.
Your degree is in media technology.
Yes, sir.
And still you had this aversion for social media. So it's interesting to note that.
You won't believe we don't even have a television here in our house.
No, that's a good thing. I think that has been.
I'm not interested in that right from my childhood. I don't know for what reason, but I'm not interested in all that.
So did you cover all the points you wanted to cover? It looks like you actually, Professor Hepsi, you got a free presentation roadmap.
Yes,
you can share
she gave lots of points here. I think I can invite Steffi to our students.
Absolutely.
And you can use her for the motivating our students.
Yeah. So actually, if you make that into a full-fledged presentation there, Steffi, our students would really appreciate. And that's not just good for the women, even the guys too. Everybody's going to benefit. And I think those are true for all of us. Learned so much here. I wish we had more time because there's so much here that we could be covering and talking about it, each point you mentioned. But it's a great overview. It was such a pleasure to meet both of you. And Professor Hepsi, we'll definitely make this as our first starting point to further build the relationship between KABN alumni and the students. And I think if you will kind of help us with that, we'll be glad to extend any support. So
I would like to say something. You also can give ideas how to connect and what are the areas you want to intervene with our students' interest. All these things you also can give an input. Not only, you may not expect from us because this is your own alma mater. So you are having all liberty to give your ideas. You can give your ideas, whichever is feasible, we want to insert and we want to bring it out. So that is our interest. So we are ready to help you, provided you give your own suggestions and your own ideas, because they are your own sisters and brothers, your own juniors. So you can give a hand to come up in their life. It is in your hands.
Yeah. But I shouldn't leave you out, Professor Hepsi, because I asked, do you have anything to say for the women out there, a word of advice, encouragement?
Yeah, women is having full potential. I can say from the scripture also I can start. If you, when God created the whole universe, only one place he said it's not good. After creating man, it is not good for a man to be alone. So then only he created women as a helper. Okay, it's a beautiful word, as a helper. It's not helper means it's not a servanthood. It is it is equivalent to a Holy Spirit. That's what it's mentioned in Hebrew word. So helper means in all aspects they can help. Like Steffi, in her financially, she is supporting her husband, her own family. So many women are having that such potential. How Steffi is using her talents and what she has gone through, she's making others to be easy. That is, when during her pregnancy time, she didn't have anything ready-made, what she expected, but she is preparing now for the others, helping others. So like that, our students also, their eyes should be opening, because they are all potential people. So whenever I took classes, nowadays I used to observe the students, they are really very good potential people, but we have to channelize them properly. So that, and also we have to expose these areas. Okay, your own seniors are doing very well in this area, these areas. So how they have started, how they found the problem and gave the solution for it. All these things we have to give continuously, so that they also can be channelized in one aspect and they can catch hold of it and they can proceed further in their life. So as a woman, I can say God has given all potential to support men, as well as they can stand on their own. They will be beneficial to the student, to the society. If you see the scripture again, the first missionary is Mary only. The first vision was given to her only. Go and tell I was risen. So many things we can say about women. So women are special in God's sight, and they are having good potential and good talents to come out, and they should know themselves. That is the only thing. Many times they are not knowing what they are having. So if they know and if they explore what they are having, with the help of God, surely they can shine very well in this world. So that is my idea about
Thank
women.
you. That was very well put. And I've never heard anyone use scripture in such a manner to explain the relationship, and how help is such a broad term, and it extends to everything. It's not just helping man, but helping out the society and the world. So thank you again. And on that note, I want to say thanks, viewers, for staying the length of this whole episode. I know it's a little long, but I hope you found it as exciting and energetic as I found speaking with both Professor Hepsi and Steffi. Be safe, be well, and please remember that the world needs your light. God bless.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so
Thank you
much
for
for this
this opportunity.
opportunity.